Zeros put up there through 5 2/3. Here he comes to Josh Naylor with a high fly ball to deep right field. There goes the shutout. Naylor goes very deep and makes it 5-1.
Huge because Dylan sees through a 3-1 breaking ball, so you don't know what you're getting right here.
You get a 3-2 breaking ball.
Andres will out the top of the order up in the 6th. That's outside, ball 4.
Had some soreness there yesterday, but back in there today. He hits this ball to deep left field, and it is gone. Marcus.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Technically Analytics. Today we're going to be talking about some of the first offseason moves that have occurred. The first one, like the very first one, and before I say that, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I've been posting a lot, but I'm going to try to post more, hopefully, soon. Especially as the offseason gets more heated up and the hot stove gets hotter. So the first move we're going to go over is Josh Naylor. He signs another contract with the Seattle Mariners after he was traded to them from Arizona last year at the trade deadline. So let's go down to that trade. Yeah, so he was traded for Ashton Izzy and Brandon Garcia. I think I did a video on it during the trade deadline. And now he has re-signed with the Mariners for another 5 years, I think. 5 years, $92 million. We'll get the contract in a bit. But Naylor was pretty good, as you can see here. He was 807 OPS in Arizona. He had an 831 in Seattle. And he did 138 OPS plus in Seattle. He really loved Seattle, and you could tell, and his performance reflected that as well. And he was a pretty solid player for them. 2.2 WAR in Arizona, or in Seattle, 0.08 in Arizona. And you know, he hit 21 home runs total. So like, yeah, really, I like this signing. People thought it was like a little bit too long or something, but he's only 28 and he's good. Like, he's been consistently good for his whole career. Like, you can see his career OPS plus was 116, career on base 329, career slug 447. He has 104 home runs. He has 8.4 career WAR, so he's been pretty decent every single season. And he plays first base, which, defense on first base isn't as big of a deal. If his defense falls off a little bit, that's not like the end of the world for Seattle there. And his BABIP is good. He's actually pretty good BABIP the past few years. I mean, at least this year he was good. And most years he's decently lucky, at least. I mean, 2023 especially, this year. Last year not so much, but I do like the signing. I think it was, I think his contract is good for me as a fan of the Mets, because Pete Alonso is also a first baseman. He's older, 31 years old, and he's demanding apparently he wants like a 7-year contract. And I'm like, I don't know about that, bro. 31, by the time you hit 38 or whatever, you're going to be, you're going to be washed. I mean, it's going to be $30 million to $25 million at 37 years old. No way, man. It's not worth it, right? So this is Naylor's contract right here. 5 years, $92 million, average annual salary of 18.5. Now, obviously, it's backloaded. And it's not bad though, because by the time he reaches the end of the contract, it's going to be $23 million. And he's gonna be 33 years old, so he could possibly get another contract that's like, shorter, like 3 or 4 years for $20 million a year. If he's still gonna be, pretty good. Maybe not maybe not the same as he was now, but and the biggest detail is like full no trade clause. He gets awards for some whatever you get. If he gets MVP, he gets $150,000. World Series MVP, $100,000. Silver Slugger, Gold Glove, $50,000. So it's a normal incentive-based contract. Pretty normal deal. Nothing crazy there, right? So yeah, I really do like the signing for the Mariners. I think it completes their lineup. Like if you see him, he's right in the middle of the lineup, hitting cleanup, right behind Julio, Cal, Randy. And so I feel like he's just a good solid signing. He played well for them during the season when the half season he was there. So I think he's gonna be happy there. So I'm okay with this signing. And as a bonus, it kind of helps out Pete because it helps the Mets sign Pete because now they can cite that contract. He's younger and he only got 5 years. So yeah, I'm happy. Now, speaking of the Mets, they traded Brandon Nimmo straight up for Marcus Semien. Now, this trade was pretty controversial when it first came out. But even me, I was like, wow, that's a crazy trade. Why would they ever do that? Like, why the heck would they ever? But actually, when you start to think about it, it makes sense a little bit because Brandon Nimmo, right? Great outfielder, pretty good hitter. He signed for 8 years, $162 million in 2022 through 2030. He has 4 years left on the contract or whatever. So 4 years left, and that's gonna be 20 million a season, I believe. Yeah, 20 million a season for basically 5 years, I guess. $100 million left, and you know he's a good player. Like he's obviously a good player. Career 124 OPS plus. Career 802 OPS, 430 slug career, 364 on base career. He has 135 home runs, 26 WAR. Like he's been a really good player for his whole major league career. He's the longest tenured Met, and they traded him straight up for Marcus Semien from the Texas Rangers. So he got traded to the Rangers. He joins DeGrom. Semien, second baseman, shortstop. Also. Now, Nimmo's not known for his defense in center field. He had that one great year in defense, and then he hasn't been as good, and also he has some health issues. Semien, on the other hand, he's been basically an MVP every other season, or in the race for every other season. He had that one crazy year in 2023 where he led the league in like a bunch of stuff. He almost won MVP. So yeah, he can do it. He's great at defense. He's great at hitting. You could see his last year was kind of an outlier, I would say, because below average OPS, 97 OPS plus, 669 OPS, which is below average, 264 slug, 305 on base. Everything was like way below his normal output. He had kind of an off year, and he is great at defense. Like if you look at the WAR, obviously F4 is a little bit better, but Baseball Reference WAR, at least they break it down. So 1 WAR defense, 2.7 WAR offensively, but he's been as high as 2 or 3, as high as 2 WAR defense in most seasons and 6 WAR in offense. So definitely a down year. He mostly plays second base now. And he has like a similar contract. It's a little bit less, I believe. A little bit less, just like a tiny bit less. Yeah, 26 million per season, basically $70 million left on it. So the Mets also gave them like $5 million, I believe, to offset the price difference of about 30 mil. Semien is a lot older as well. He's he is 35. Nimmo is only 32, so 3 years older. Second baseman for an outfielder. I like the trade for both teams, actually. I think this allows the Mets to move off of Nimmo and fill that outfield with guys that can play good defense, like legitimately play good defense, because unfortunately Nimmo's defense is just not it. Like he had that one good season in 2023, and then he literally kind of fell off after that. Plus he's gonna have health issues, his neck and other things. But he is durable. Like he is a durable player. He has played 140 when he started starting 140 games, and then he missed some games in 21. But since 2022, he's been playing 150 games a season, so that's not bad. I mean, it's only missing less than 10 games every season since 2022, so that's not a bad. He's not a bad like injury guy. And you can see the WAR thing, the D WAR is pretty low, negative even most of the time. He had that one good season in 2021, 2022. But since then, he's been he's never really been good at defense in the outfield. So, and David Stearns even said, like, the Mets GM, that basically he wants to focus on building a good defense, and he wants to get guys that can hit. So, it allows the Mets to move off of Nimmo and get rid of his big contract, but also fill in guys that fit Stearns' vision for the team, which is like defensive minded. And then as for Simeon's role, he fits into the team because he's great at defense, first of all, and he can hit. He just didn't do it last year, but he can do it. He's a hitter. Like, he always has been. You can see the OPS. Look at this. The last 4 seasons, he's been above 100 OPS plus. He had that one down year in the COVID year, 89. In his breakout season, 2019, he had that 139 OPS plus. So he can hit. It's just a matter of, like, is he going to, right? I think he will. I think he's going to find it again. So, yeah, this trade was interesting. I think for the Texas Rangers, it's actually pretty good. They needed a guy that can get on base, that can, like, hit the ball around a little bit. Nimmo does have power. He can hit, like, home runs. He had 25 home runs last year, so 23 the last season, 24 the last season. So he upped his power numbers quite a bit since signing the big contract. But he's at his best when he's hitting for contact, getting on base and all that. When he's getting on base and hitting for contact, he's a leadoff guy. He's going to get a lot of walks. He's going to get a lot hit by pitches. So yeah, this is kind of their lineup with Nimmo in it. I think he's going to be good for them because he's going to get on base. Like, that's for sure. He's going to allow Seager, Langford, Peterson, all those guys to really help him out, or it's going to help them get RBIs, score more runs, because they were very bad in run production last year. So their hitting was, you could see it's pretty poor. Like, OPS was 26, runs 22, on base 26. Nimmo's going to help those numbers a lot, I think. So good for the Rangers, good for the Mets. It allows the Mets to build more. I mean, I was pretty against it at first because it sort of didn't allow. Well, I thought they were going to trade him for prospects. It made sense they would trade him, but I thought it was going to be for, like, prospects, not for, a 35-year-old second baseman. We should probably look at the Mets lineup. That's probably a good idea. So the Mets lineup, we have Simeon right there behind Lindor and between Juan Soto and Lindor. And I think if he can find his hitting again, he's going to be okay. Like, it's going to be fine. Plus, he provides really good up-the-middle defense, which is kind of what Stearns was saying in the press conference. So overall, I do like the move. It's interesting. I haven't seen a lot of straight-up swaps for major league players, but pretty cool. Pretty interesting to see. And then the next trade we're going to go over is the Sonny Gray trade. Sonny Gray, pitcher, 36 years old, pretty good pitcher for a pretty long time. Had a long career. He has, 12 years or so, 13 years. Pretty good pitcher. You could see he has a career ERA of let's see, where is it? 3.58. ERA plus 1.17, FIP 3.51, WHIP 1.1. Strikes out 9 per 9, which is really good. Been in the Cy Young race before a few times. Played with a lot of teams. Sonny Gray, probably know of him. He's probably been on your team. He's been on a few teams. And his last year was pretty, I would say pretty good, pretty average. I mean, I don't know how I don't know how the FIP looks. 339. Oh yeah, his FIP is better than his ERA. So yeah, I mean the whip is not too good. Too many base runners. Probably walked in too many guys. Give him a lot of hits. So, but anyway, he was traded by the Cardinals to the Boston Red Sox, who were looking for a number 2 starter, which caused some controversy, of course. But basically, he was traded for Brandon Clark and Richard Fitz, which is a great name, by the way. Richard Fitz. So he could be called Dick Fitz, which is really cool. Interesting. And you can see his contract option. He has basically one more year, $35 million, and another year, $30 million team option, $5 million buyout. So, yeah, he's basically for a year. They're gonna have him. And Brandon Clark, minor league player, looks like he doesn't have any major league experience. He's a pitcher, and Richard Fitz is also a pitcher, I believe. Yeah, he has major league experience, 2 years. Looks like he was pretty good in 24 with a few appearances, and not as good in 25. So it's an interesting trade. It's Cardinals kind of just getting rid of the contract, I believe. As for the Red Sox, I do like him in the rotation. Let's see. Because they did need some starting pitchers. So they already have Crochet, they have Bello, they have Crawford, they have Sandoval, and they lost somebody. I forget who it was. Oh, they lost Lucas Giolito. Okay, so they had to replace him, and they had to replace Dustin May. So they got Sonny Gray, which, to be fair, Gray's been good his whole career. Like, he's been a decent player his whole career. Like, you look at his ERA plus most years. Like, there's a few years where he was bad. 2018, 2016, but most years he's above 100 ERA plus, which is like really good. Last year was obviously one of those years, but every year he does bad, he comes back the next season and does really good. So I'm really not worried about Sonny. I think he's gonna be good for them, the Red Sox. He's not gonna have another bad year. I mean, he is getting up there in age, but pitchers can pitch basically forever. So I think it's a good look. I like the trade. It didn't surprise me that they traded this, but yeah, I mean, it's a good trade. And for the Red Sox, it's a good trade, and for the Cardinals, I mean, I don't know if I like it that much because they really didn't get much in return. They got rid of that money, I guess. That's good. Hopefully they make other moves. Hopefully there's another plan there, because I mean, he was basically their ace, I guess you could say. Yeah, they have they're gonna start Dick Fitz in there. Huh. I don't know if that's real. That might be just some Fangraphs monkey business. But yeah, their rotation is Liberatore. He's a good prospect, been for a few years. Palente, he's prospect. Yeah, they have a lot of prospects, a lot of unknowns there. So we'll see what the Cardinals do next. And yeah, that's gonna be interesting. And the last thing we're gonna talk about is the Blue Jays have signed Dylan Cease to a 7-year deal. We'll talk about Dylan Cease here in a second. But anyway, they signed Dylan Cease to a 7-year deal, and it's worth a lot of money. You can see right here, he works into the rotation. They have a pretty good rotation. Really good, actually. Really, really good. So let's just look at Cease's contract quickly, because it's an interesting contract, and that's what people are kind of talking about. Is obviously he's a great pitcher. Like, don't get it twisted. He can do a lot of things well. He can strike out people. And this is the contract: 7 years, $26 million per year. These are the details so far. Apparently, there's going to be deferred compensation. Interesting. So yeah, 7 years, $26 million per year. $210 million, that's what I was looking for. And now the problem with Cease is that he can sometimes be bad, right? Like, sometimes he either gives you like 7 innings, 6 innings strong, or he gives you like an inning and a half, and he goes out of the game right away. So I was looking at some of the data. I was kind of like, oh, why are people so mad about this? Like, I think he's worth the contract because he's been pretty good. Like his stats kind of vary. His sliders kind of vary, but like he's been good most of his career, and he's given the teams he's pitched for, 200 strikeouts almost every season. You see here, like the past 3 seasons, 200 strikeouts. It goes back to 2021, I believe. He has 200 strikeouts per season. So it's like, it's not really like, I was looking at it, and you can see, if you look at the heat maps, like he's kind of missing his fastball down a little bit and down the middle, which is really hurting him. And you'll see that on run value as well. Slider's been really good. Not as good as it was last year, but it's been pretty good. And then he also misses his knuckle curve. Sinker's been terrible. I mean, sweeper has been okay, and changeup he doesn't really use. And I think just looking at his run value and like the batting averages of all these pitches here, like it's clear to me that his four seam is just missing a lot, and so is his knuckle curve. Like those pitchers are missing the zone, missing their spot, and he's giving up a lot of hits because of it. So, because when you look here, you see the same thing. You see the put away rate. You see when he was really good in 24, how his slider has 25 run value, his fastball had 3, and the slugging wasn't good on in any of those pitches, or as good at least. It's the other pitches he's not using the other pitches that effectively to like help his slider, because he's a slider guy. His movement is crazy. He can make guys miss. He misses their bat basically with the pitch, because look at the movement profile. I mean, look at that. And it all looks the same too. So slider, sleeper, sinker, like good luck figuring out which one it is, because it all comes at the same angle and it looks the same. Even the spin. So all the pitches look the same, so you don't know what's coming. But yeah, I think it's a good contract. Like all he needs to do is he needs some good coaching. That's all he needs. He needs to be able to locate, and he needs a good catcher to call the pitches to make sure that, if he's throwing a four seam, that it's setting up the slider. If he's throwing a curve, that it's setting up the slider, because this is his best pitch right here, the slider. Let's see it. Let's get a look at it actually, because I kind of want to see it. Let's take a look at this. Let's see a slider. Right, here's one on a strikeout. Okay, let's watch it again. Yeah, see, right under his bat. That was pretty nice. So, and then we can get let's see, is there a four seamer?
2017, they stopped a 4-game playoff losing streak yesterday, and half swings and misses here.
Right down the middle. No, I think. See, he has this up. That's about where he's been locating it. But I think sometimes he doesn't quite get the right mix of pitches, and that's what causes him to give up like the big homer or like get in trouble, because he's really good at doing breaking balls, but his fastball and his off speed isn't as good. So I do like the deal. I think he's gonna continue to pitch well. He's only 29, so he's gonna be fine. Like there's no problem with his age or anything. It's a good deal for the Blue Jays. I like their rotation. I think it's really good. With the Savage, Gausman, Berrios, who's coming back from injury. Shane Bieber was really good in the playoffs too. So like, I mean, it makes the rotation quite scary. So they're gonna be good again. If all those guys come back healthy and pitch well, then yeah, they're going to be a nightmare to face. Anyway, so that's going to wrap up this video for the offseason moves made so far. I'm sure I'll make another one because there's going to be a lot more. I'm expecting the Mets to do more moves. I'm expecting the Dodgers to do something. And I'm expecting, let's see, well, it's probably Atlanta's going to do some moves. I think Padres are probably going to do some. Giants will probably do some. St. Louis should do some. Texas will definitely do more. The Rays might do some. Don't know about Houston, if they're going to do anything, or Detroit, Cleveland, White Sox. I don't know. But anyway, if you enjoyed watching, make sure to like and subscribe.